Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the wisdom of the ancient Stoics, uncovering timeless strategies that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. Today, we're exploring a topic that's as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago. How to destroy your enemies without lifting a finger, without uttering a single harsh word, and most importantly, without ever resorting to violence. The Stoic philosophers, Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, did not view enemies in the traditional sense. To them, an enemy was not just a person, but anything that posed a threat to their peace of mind, virtue, or inner tranquility. In this video, we'll be discussing 13 powerful Stoic techniques that allow you to disarm, defeat, and destroy your enemies without ever engaging in physical or verbal conflict. Whether you're dealing with a difficult co-worker, a toxic relationship, or even the challenges within your own mind, these strategies will empower you to overcome adversity with the grace and wisdom of the Stoics. Let's get started. Stoic Principle 1. Control your emotions. The first and perhaps most important Stoic strategy is to control your emotions. Imagine you're in a heated argument. Your opponent is trying to provoke you, to get under your skin, to make you react emotionally. But instead of giving in, you remain calm, composed, and in control. This ability to regulate your emotions is at the core of Stoic philosophy. Seneca once said, "Anger, an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured." When you allow anger, fear, or frustration to dictate your actions, you've already lost the battle. But when you control your emotions, you become unassailable. In practical terms, this means taking a step back when you feel your emotions rising. Breathe, reflect, ask yourself, is this reaction helping me achieve my goals? By mastering your emotions, you not only disarm your enemy, but also maintain your inner peace, which is the ultimate victory. Stoic Principle 2. Practice indifference. Amor fati. The second Stoic principle we'll explore is the practice of indifference, also known as amor fati, the love of fate. The Stoics believed that we should accept everything that happens as necessary and good, whether we understand it or not. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, taught that we should be indifferent to things outside our control. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By practicing indifference to external events, you take away the power your enemies have over you. When you embrace whatever happens as part of your destiny, you become unshakable. Your enemies cannot disturb your peace, because you've already accepted whatever outcome may come. In this way, indifference becomes a powerful shield against the attacks of others. Stoic Principle 3. Use reason over passion. The third strategy is to always use reason over passion. Passion, in the Stoic sense, refers to irrational emotions, anger, jealousy, hatred that cloud our judgment and lead us astray. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, constantly reminded himself to act according to reason. He wrote in his Meditations, "Always define whatever it is we perceive, to see what it really is, its substance stripped bare as a whole, unmodified." By relying on reason, you can see things as they truly are, without the distortion of passion. When you act from a place of reason, you make decisions that are not only effective, but also just. This frustrates your enemies because they cannot manipulate or control you through your emotions. Reason is your sword, sharp and precise, cutting through the fog of passion. Stoic Principle 4. Cultivate inner strength. Inner strength is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy. This strength is not about physical power, but about mental resilience, the ability to endure hardship, remain calm under pressure, and stay true to your principles, no matter the Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. When you cultivate inner strength, you become impervious to external forces. Your enemies can hurl insults, create obstacles, or try to break your spirit, but they will fail because your strength comes from within, not from the validation or approval of others. This inner strength allows you to face any challenge with confidence. It is the foundation of all other Stoic virtues, giving you the power to remain unshaken, no matter what your enemies may do. Stoic Principle 5. Focus on what you can control. The fifth principle is to focus only on what you can control. The Stoics believe that the key to a peaceful and successful life lies in recognizing the difference between what is within our control and what is not. This concept is central to the teachings of Epictetus, who said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. By focusing only on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, you take away the power that external events and other people have over you. Your enemies may try to manipulate the circumstances around you, but if you remain focused on your own actions and choices, they cannot defeat you." This mindset frees you from the stress and anxiety that come from trying to control the uncontrollable. Your enemies will find it impossible to derail you because you are no longer playing their game. You are only playing your own. Stoic Principle 6. Maintain integrity and virtue. Integrity and virtue are the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. To the Stoics, living a life of virtue, honesty, courage, justice, and wisdom was the highest good. They believed that no external circumstances, no matter how challenging, could force a person to compromise their integrity. Seneca said, "A good character is the only guarantee of everlasting, carefree happiness." By maintaining your integrity, you set a standard that is beyond reproach. Even if your enemies try to slander or undermine you, they will find that your unshakable commitment to virtue makes you invulnerable. Your virtue becomes your armor, protecting you from any attack. When you stand firm in your principles, you inspire others and expose your enemies' lack of moral grounding. In this way, maintaining integrity is one of the most powerful ways to defeat an enemy without ever having to engage in conflict. Stoic Principle 7. Lead by example. Leading by example is a powerful Stoic strategy. Instead of trying to convince others with words, the Stoics believed in demonstrating their philosophy through their actions. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, led by example, showing humility, wisdom, and compassion in his rule. When you lead by example, you set a standard that others are inspired to follow. Your actions speak louder than any words, and this can have a profound impact on those around you, including your enemies. By embodying the virtues of Stoicism, you challenge others to rise to your level, rather than lowering yourself to theirs. Leading by example not only strengthens your own character, but also diminishes the influence of your enemies. They may try to bring you down, but your actions will speak for themselves, earning you respect and diminishing their power. Stoic Principle 8. Be patient and endure. Patience and endurance are key virtues in Stoicism. The Stoics understood that life is full of challenges and that the ability to endure them with grace is a sign of true strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. It requires being prepared to meet and withstand sudden and unexpected attacks." When you cultivate patience, you develop the ability to wait for the right moment to act. This frustrates your enemies, who may try to provoke you into making rash decisions. By enduring, you outlast their efforts, wearing them down over time. Endurance is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving in the face of adversity. When you practice patience and endure, you become a formidable opponent, one who cannot be easily shaken or defeated. Stoic Principle 9. Practice. Non-reaction. Non-reaction is a subtle but powerful Stoic technique. The idea is to not react to provocations, insults, or attacks. This doesn't mean you ignore them, but rather you choose not to give them power over you. Epictetus taught that we should make the best use of what is in our power and take the rest as it occurs. When you refuse to react to an enemy's provocations, you frustrate their efforts. They expect a reaction, anger, fear, or retaliation. But when you give them nothing, their power over you dissolves. Non-reaction is about maintaining your inner tranquility and not letting external events dictate your state of mind. By practicing this principle, you remain in control, and your enemies lose their ability to manipulate or disturb you. Stoic Principle 10. Embrace silence and reflection. Silence is often underestimated, but in Stoic philosophy, it is a powerful tool. The Stoics valued reflection and contemplation as essential to understanding oneself and the world. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." By embracing silence, you give yourself the space to reflect, to think deeply about your actions and the consequences they may bring. This strategic silence can be disarming to your enemies, who may expect immediate responses or reactions. In a world where everyone is quick to speak and slow to listen, your silence becomes a powerful statement. It shows that you are thoughtful, deliberate, and not easily swayed. This can be incredibly frustrating for your enemies, who rely on quick reactions to gain the upper hand. Stoic Principle 11. Utilize strategic withdrawal. Strategic withdrawal is not about running away or conceding defeat. Instead, it's about knowing when to step back, regroup, and choose a more advantageous position. The Stoics understood that sometimes the best way to win a battle is to avoid it altogether. Seneca advised, "Withdraw into yourself as much as you can." By withdrawing from unnecessary conflicts or toxic situations, you preserve your energy and focus on what truly matters. This also confuses your enemies, who may expect confrontation. Strategic withdrawal allows you to avoid unnecessary losses and to engage on your terms. It's a tactical decision that can lead to long-term victory, as it leaves your enemies guessing and unsure of your next move. Stoic Principle 12. Transform adversity into advantage. The Stoics were masters of turning obstacles into opportunities. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This mindset allows you to see challenges not as setbacks, but as chances to grow and improve. When you transform adversity into an advantage, you take control of the narrative. Your enemies may try to put obstacles in your path, but by viewing these obstacles as opportunities, you turn their efforts against them. This principle is about resilience and adaptability. By embracing challenges and finding ways to use them to your benefit, you not only overcome your enemies, but also emerge stronger and wiser. Stoic Principle 13. Cultivate a long-term vision. Finally, the Stoics understood the importance of having a long-term vision. They believed that true wisdom comes from seeing beyond the immediate moment and considering the bigger picture. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to take the long view, understanding that the present moment is just one small part of a much larger whole. Cultivating a long-term vision allows you to outlast short-term conflicts and setbacks. Your enemies may be focused on immediate victories, but with a long-term perspective, you can plan, strategize, and make decisions that ensure your ultimate success. By thinking long-term, you align your actions with your broader goals and values. This not only helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts, but also positions you to achieve lasting success, no matter what challenges or enemies you may face. Conclusion. And there you have it. 13 Stoic ways to destroy your enemies without ever having to fight them. These principles, rooted in ancient wisdom, are just as powerful today as they were over 2,000 years ago. By mastering these techniques, you can navigate life's challenges with calm, confidence, and clarity. Remember, the true enemy is not the person standing in front of you, but the inner struggles we all face: anger, fear, pride. By overcoming these, you not only defeat your external enemies but also achieve inner peace.